My name's George Pallister. I'm a music composer and sound designer for film, television and video games. So I've always loved music and sound since a very young age, and I've always been passionate about creating great sound and great music for picture, particularly video games. I've always had a massive passion for music and sound for video games and playing video games myself, and that's my favourite sort of part of the industry. But as I've mentioned, film, television, love it all. The first introduction I had to music was at a very young age. I started playing the piano when I was literally in a nappy at the piano with hands up like this, and yeah, that was sort of my first introduction to music. So I studied an audio post-production Bachelor of Arts at the University of West London, and from there, when I started at uni, I basically made it my goal to complete as many sound, as many music projects as possible, and just get stuck in to developing my craft and getting better at all things sound and music. So out of university, I've continued composing and sound design, of course, freelance, and I've been working with some really great clients on various sound design music projects, some cool video games and cool projects I can't really say too much about at the moment, but yeah, some really cool projects. So making music, particularly music, and of course sound design, but yeah, in particular music, is something that I love to do because it just heightens the emotion that's felt by whatever the medium is that it's on. If it's on a film, you know, that piece of music is going to make the viewer, if it's a good piece of music, if it suits the picture, it's going to make the viewer feel that more engaged, that more connected with the film. Something I saw with Hans Zimmer in an interview where he spoke about how he writes music for that one, person who goes once a week to the cinema on their own, and it could be like I think in his interview he said it was like an elderly lady on her own who goes to the cinema, and he pictures writing music for that person who's sitting there engaged in this film on their own, and really, his music is like, I want to make that person feel something for the film, and I think that's a really good way of putting it, actually. So over the pandemic, mainly not too much has changed. I've still been in creating at my desk, making music, making sound, but the main thing I guess is the more social side of it, and talking and being in person with other creatives, other musicians, and learning about what they've been doing, and talking music with people and bouncing off of each other. That is definitely something I've missed. But yeah, the main thing is being able to create and being able to still do what I do over the pandemic. I'm very grateful for that. So I'd say going into the industry and starting out in the industry, the main thing for me was just putting myself out there for work and networking with people, talking to other composers, other sound designers, talking to people in film, talking to people in video games, and just being open to work all the time and just being ready. My first bit of work was a small video game that I did the music and sound design for, and it was a free project that I literally found online. I found a really great developer. We worked together, and yeah, it's about being open to work and sometimes having to do work for free. So if you're looking to get into music and sound design for picture, I would say the main thing is to just create, just to always be making music, always be making sound, always be learning new techniques, and reaching out to people is what I found has been super great, is just getting in touch with, for me particularly, as it's the side of the industry I want to go into, is just reaching out to game developers on social media platforms like Instagram or Twitter, just dropping them a message like, hey, do you need sound for your game? Do you need music for your game? I've always been fascinated by sound and music. It's been a massive part of my life, and I think obviously that now translates into my work. I particularly love sound and music for video games. That is the career path that I hope to pursue for hopefully the future. And obviously for film and television as well, just trying to create great sound, great music that heightens the experience for the viewer. I'm George Pallister, and I was born to create.
Oh,